Hey Berkshire Bulldogs, Principal Ledesma here with your weekly update. All right, first off, we have our fast testing will continue this week. Last week, our 3rd through 5th graders were tested on their math skills for PM1. Tomorrow, the 8th, Monday, September 8th, our 3 through 5 students will be tested on their ELA knowledge. Our K through 2 students, they will test later this week on ELA and the following week on math. So keep an eye out for some communication from your child's teacher for their specific days that testing will be taking place. Parents, I do want to also bring up the fact that at the beginning of the year when students take PM1, this first round of assessment, they are being tested on the expectations of that particular grade level for the end of the school year. So there's a lot that of course your child hasn't been taught yet, and therefore they often tend to score lower at the beginning of the year as compared to how they would at the end of the school year. So I just want to say all of that to say, if you get your child's scores back and they seem really low, don't panic. Talk to your child's teacher, just see how they're performing according to their general grades and just how they are in the classroom to gauge if they're on the right track. The purpose of PM1 is that baseline level, and then we will take PM2 in December, and then we'll compare how they did in PM1 to PM2, and we're just looking to ensure that they're making growth. So that's the purpose of it, so please don't panic. I appreciate everyone being aware of it, and it's definitely great to be knowledgeable about it, but I just don't want anyone to go into full panic mode, okay? All right, tomorrow, Monday, September 8th, is our first SAC meeting. Remember that had to be moved up from the Tuesday, so please join us tomorrow, Monday. It'll be at 3:15 p.m. We'll be in room 112 this time because our book fair will still be going on, so please come on out for that. Walk and roll will be Wednesday, September 10th. That's our first walk and roll of the year. Our PTA always does a great job of promoting that and having a little healthy treat for students over by the Walker picnic tables. So please take, hopefully that morning hopefully the weather will be nice. Let's cross our fingers for a little bit of fall weather coming our way, and walk or ride your skateboard, ride your bike, ride your scooter, of course with the proper headwear. Don't forget to have your helmet on for any rolling that you might be doing. Science night is this week on Thursday, September 11th. That's a fun night for our families to come out. The Science Center comes out, brings all the fun activities for our kids to do. It's sponsored by our PTA, so we're so thankful that they are able to do that for us. Also on Science night, our book fair will be open. So if you don't have a chance to come by during the week when it's normally open, it will be open that night. So make sure you stop by for that. And last but not least, some breakfast reminders. So for my families, I wanted to, I don't think I had shared previously some of the timeline that we follow for breakfast, and we've had some of our students unable to go get a hot breakfast from the cafeteria in the morning just because they're arriving too late. So our doors open at 8:20. Students are able to come in as early as 8:20 and of course can head straight down to the cafeteria to get breakfast. We do have to have sort of a cutoff time at some point because students may not have enough time to sit and fully eat their breakfast in the cafeteria after a certain time. So that's 8:35. I stand in the front lobby in the mornings, and any students that are coming in, if they look like they're headed towards breakfast, I typically stop them and explain that we do have a cereal that they can take with them. That's a grab and go situation from the front office so that they still have something to put in their belly, but they just don't have time by 8:35. They don't have time to go all the way down to the cafeteria, sit, eat their breakfast, and then get to class on time. 8:45 is our late bell, so we do have to be cognizant that we need them in their seat ready to go to start the day at 8:45. So parents, if your child does get school breakfast, please try to be here right at 8:20 to drop them off, because sometimes I get a few sad faces when I say that they have to go get the cereal from the front office. So please make sure to try and drop them off a little bit earlier if they need breakfast. So those are our reminders for this week. One more reminder for testing that's happening tomorrow. Don't forget, get a good night's sleep, healthy breakfast in the morning, getting here on time so your child doesn't feel rushed and stressed because of that. And parents, just lots of positive talk that reminding them, again, they're probably going to see a lot of things that they don't know, and that's okay. Try, use their knowledge from last year from what they do know, and just do their best. That's all we ask. Looking forward to another fabulous week here at the Shire.